Ready for a deep dive into a place where history isn't just in textbooks, it's literally underfoot.
I think I know where we're headed.
We're talking about Ritern, Sweden. This time around, we're uncovering Viking whispers, churches that time almost forgot, and a community that's got this whole blending the old with the new thing down to an art form.
It's almost like stepping into a living, breathing history book, isn't it? Return doesn't just preserve its past, it weaves it into the present.
And speaking of the past, can we talk about these churches for a second? Not just one, but two ruined churches from the 1200s. I mean, talk about a blast from the past. Those walls must have some stories to tell.
Absolutely, just incredible architecture from that era. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When they built the current church in the 1800s.
So a few centuries later.
Right, they didn't just sweep away the past, they actually incorporated materials from the old structures into the new building.
Wow, that's something else. Way more than just like keeping an old fireplace during a reno.
Exactly, it's like they're making a statement. The past is always present here. And speaking of echoes from the past, we can't forget the rune stones on the site, dating back to the 1000s.
Okay, I know Vikings are kind of a popular topic, but rune stones. Come on, that's a direct line to a time before the churches, before Christianity even took root there.
It's incredible to think about, isn't it? Those carvings offer a glimpse into a completely different worldview, a different set of beliefs that shaped the very landscape we're exploring.
It really adds another dimension to Return's story, proving that it's never been just one thing. It's a tapestry woven together over centuries.
Absolutely. And speaking of changes over time, this next bit is fascinating. Our sources mention this place, Nikkeln. Get this, it used to be an island, but now it's connected to the mainland.
Talk about a plot twist. I mean, imagine the impact that must have had. One day you're sailing to get home, the next you can just walk.
But hey, speaking of blending the old and new, we did find some info on present-day Return. They have, get this, a senior shop.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. What exactly is this senior shop? Is it like a super cool vintage clothing store?
You know, I'm not entirely sure about the specifics, but get this, they're hosting a fashion show.
Now that's what I call fabulous. See, you never outgrow style. But wait, there's more on this calendar.
A Halloween disco.
Yep, you read that right. A Halloween disco.
Hold on a second. A Halloween disco. In a place with 800-year-old church ruins, my brain's trying to reconcile these two things.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it? It's like they're saying, we respect our history, but we're not afraid to have a little fun with it too.
Okay, I kind of love it.
It's not about being stuck in the past, it's about finding ways to make the past relevant to the present. And speaking of which, remember those runestones we talked about? They're not the only thing documenting Return's story. There's a local filmmaker, Bo Lundvang. He's been using drones to capture footage of the area. That is so cool. So we're not just talking about like those sweeping epic landscape shots, right? What else is he filming?
From what we've gathered, it sounds like he's documenting everyday life in Return as well. Imagine that, seeing those ancient runestones juxtaposed with modern-day Return.
That's incredible. It's like he's creating this visual time capsule of a community that's very much alive and evolving. You know, the more we talk about Return, the more I get this sense of a place that's deeply connected to its roots. They're restoring those church ruins, documenting their stories. It's really inspiring, actually.
It really is. And speaking of those church ruins, it's worth mentioning the role the Hembigsfording has played. They've been working tirelessly to preserve those incredible structures.
The Hembigs.
Sorry, that's the local historical society. They've even partnered with Riksantikvarieämbetet.
Whoa, try saying that 5 times fast. What is that, some kind of Swedish meatball dish?
It's actually even cooler than meatballs. Riksantikvarieämbetet is the Swedish National Heritage Board. So you can see, preserving these ruins is a big deal, and they're not taking it lightly. They're taking concrete steps to ensure these pieces of history are around for generations to come.
It's amazing to see that level of dedication, you know, and it's not just about preservation either. They actually use the ruins for church services and events during the summer.
I know, can you imagine? Standing in that space, centuries old, feeling that connection to the people who came before you.
It must send chills down your spine. Talk about making history come alive. It's like they've found this incredible balance in Return. They're honoring the past, but they're not afraid to make it their own, to breathe new life into it. It's really making me think about how we interact with history, you know? It shouldn't be something stuck in a museum. Return's got this way of making the past feel so present.
It's true. It's not about trying to recreate the past. It's about understanding how it shapes who we are today and influences what we might become tomorrow.
We've talked about the churches, the runestones, even that island that decided to join the mainland. But what really gets me about Return is the people. They're the ones bringing all this to life.
It's a good reminder that history isn't just dates and events, it's about the lives of real people. And in Return, those people are clearly passionate about keeping their heritage alive and vibrant.
It's like their dedication to the past is just woven into their everyday lives. You see it everywhere.
Exactly. The artisans restoring the church, that filmmaker capturing their stories, they're all adding their own threads to the tapestry of Return. And let's not forget about the Lions Club.
Right, the Lions Club.
Yeah.
They're part of this too. It's amazing how even something as simple as a community organization can play a role in preserving history.
It's easy to overlook those everyday aspects of community life, but they're so important. They're the glue that holds everything together.
This whole deep dive into Return has been quite a journey. From Viking whispers to a Halloween disco in a medieval churchyard, who knew one place could hold so much?
It's definitely a unique blend of old and new. Return is a powerful reminder that history isn't static. It's a dynamic, evolving story. And it leaves you wondering, what will the next chapter hold?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Perhaps you've already figured it out. All of this was a discussion between two artificial characters. The story was solely based on what could be found online about Return, and their research and discussions were conducted automatically. There might have been a little help from a certain film guy living there. Maybe you can guess who?
Turbo Media delivered this awesome content